All right, local swell trackers. It's the last weekend of April, and I'm clicking in the animations here for you. Thanks to StormSurf for their models. You see the blue areas? That's the high pressure off to our east. It'll be moving west. We have a nice trade wind pattern with any showers focused only on the windward and Mauka, and those are rare. It's absolutely beautiful. Great weekend for the state surfing championships. This low pressure up here, the storminess, the slight color you see up here, it's all tracking up into the Gulf. We had some west swell from that starting yesterday, Friday, and into Saturday, 1 to 3 feet. Some 12-second energy out there. Nothing special, little springtime rideability. Okay, we'll click it in. And what happens is you see a little bit of troughing there off to our east. Nothing's going to happen. In fact, high pressure's going to build up to our northwest, and off here to our northeast. We are going to basically be shut down as far as swell production for the country until further notice. We will not see anything from this one coming off of the east Aleutians. California will be seeing waves from that. But all in all, you see a lot of blues. The jet stream actually moves during this period up above the Aleutians, and you can see the lows. They always track within those large upper level flows. And that's what we see. Nothing going to be happening for the country. Back to, by next Wednesday or Thursday, flat to one, dive, fish, and paddle. Let's take a look down under. We have much more exciting news. Now, the swells that we are currently seeing, well, we started off on Thursday with a nice south-southwest, and today a nice south, all up mostly 3, but occasional 4s. And they're not showing up on the models because they're 7 days old. It takes, 6, 7 days to get up to us here, just out of your screen at 20 north latitude. Okay, but I know you're seeing this guy over here off of Australia. It is tracking into the Tasman Sea. There is a fetch associated with it. It does stay deep in the Tasman Sea, and it does have a zonal track for the most part. And so whether or not we're going to see a whole lot from that system remains yet to be seen. But the good news is that system right here that kicks off end of the month into the 1st, 2nd of May has a captured fetch, tracks directly up towards us, and we should be seeing some waves from that little guy around the 7th or 8th. So the Tasman Sea could get here a day early with some 20-second forerunners if it doesn't get cheese grated through those South Pac Islands. Tell you, Fiji is going to be cranking big time, and hopefully we'll see something like that for the World Tour when it ends up in Fiji this year. Continuing on with the animation, we get a bigger storm right there with a beautiful northeast track. That one's going to be reaching us for some waves around the 10th or 11th. And then the last thing on the charts is an even fatter one. And it's a little bit further out. Let me go back take one more look at that fatty. Again, super long range forecasts have a tendency to do sharp U-turns, but if this model fantasy plays out, it's going to be another round of great swell. There's 3 potential back-to-back swell producers in the next 7 days alone. And we will keep an eye on these right here at Surf News Network. Okay, the swell periods. Way down here is New Zealand. There's that Tasman Sea swell trying to come up here for, I'd say around the 8th, 7th or 8th. And then the swell, that big storm, gets out to the east coast of New Zealand and then sends up some more energy. And you can see some more starting to form deep southeast of New Zealand. And we are looking good. The northern hemisphere, we're seeing the arrows revealing our Monday swell of 2 to 3 plus from the northwest, and after that it goes really quiet. The southern hemi will be the main focus till further notice. Okay, taking a look at StormSurf's jet stream. Again, taking a look at the north first. A lot of the blues form, and there it is up and over the Aleutians. It does dip down. We may see some, if we're lucky, some northeast swell later in the period, but no fetches are showing up yet. Okay, there's those beautiful meridional or equatorial bound flows to the jet, and we love seeing those. The deeper the colors, the better. If these first 6 swells are any indication of what our summer is going to be like, we're going to need to stay waxed and ready. Okay, taking a look at the surface charts, high pressures dominate. The jagged orange line is the ridge, about 400 miles off to our northwest. Very easterly flow to the trade winds. Town does not like that. Country does. Even a southeast tilt. We've been seeing that as well. Now that high pressure has moved towards the west, and we will see the trades stay in that moderate to strong category all the way through Monday, weaken a little bit, and then another high comes into the picture leading us back into our spring-like trade wind flows, an average of moderate to fresh. These low pressures are bringing us in our springtime swells for the country. We'll take it. This front here that you see just north of the ridge will not be reaching the islands. Jumping up to the higher regions, from the surface to the higher regions, we see the storms up here, leading to the swells I was just referring to. This color area are the clouds moving up in the jet flow. The brown areas are showing the dry, sinking air and the beautiful weather. As we drill down, you can see that east-southeast slight tilt to the trade winds. That's why town is just a little bit of side shore. Not the best, but at least we have waves. Better to have some waves with iffy conditions than no surf and offshores. Highs are going to be upper 70s to mid 80s. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the lows will be about 70 to 75. There's plenty of great south swell in the forecast, and even country will be taking care of us for the next into early next week. And that's the update. I'll be back next weekend right here. Aloha.